Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another podcast episode. My name is Javia Monet, the host of the Echoes of the Void podcast, where I help you explore spirituality from all aspects, recognize your potential, and energize your passion to align with your highest self. Today, we will sit quietly in the presence of our deepest selves. Our childhood selves, the little guy or little girl that's still inside of you. We're talking to them today. This episode isn't just for the adults that feel lost, but for the children who still live inside of us. Not for the broken, but for those who believe that we've been discarded. We're here to remember, to heal, and to reconnect. This episode is titled, "You're Not Broken. You're just carrying a wounded child." Let's talk about it. We carry this child in our hearts, not in pieces, not scattered, but as a living, breathing part of us, in need of love, attention, and nurturing. In Walk Between Worlds, I wrote, "Pain never disappears. It hides inside the folds of our laughter, waiting to be seen, not to destroy us, but to remember that even sorrow wants to be witnessed with love." So today, we witness. Segment 1. Who is the inner child? The inner child is that quiet voice that lives in the space between what you've been told to be and what you were born to be. It's the you that once believed in magic, the you that once believed in Easter and Santa Claus. The you who wore your heart on your sleeve without hesitation. The you who danced in the rain and felt the stars in your bones. And somewhere along the way, that child learned to quiet themselves. Learned that to be seen was to be judged. That to be loved meant to perform, to wear a mask. There's a quote, "If a woman doesn't go when it's her time to go, the hairline crack in her soul widens. She begins to leak, not tears, but her wild self." We all have that leak, right? That crack in our soul where the child resides, needing us to listen, needing us to return. In our society, we're told to grow up. But what if the act of growing up was meant to be a reclaiming, a return to our authentic selves, not the silenced versions we've been forced to become? What if to truly grow up is to remember? The inner child is not just a memory. It's a living part of us, and it shows up in ways we don't even see. In the shyness that makes us withdrawn, in the fear of abandonment that drives our relationships, in the self-doubt that questions every single move that we make. And when we ignore it, it comes out sideways. Like, you can't run from this. In Walk Between Worlds, I also wrote, we are not just healing ourselves. We are digging through generations of silence and planting truth where shame once bloomed. This child is not just ours. It's everyone's, their echoes, their tears, their dreams. This is not a solo journey. This is a ancestral healing. And we got to choose. Will we continue to carry the wounds, or will we nurture them back to life? Your choice. Segment 2. Wounds in adulthood. We don't get to choose the scars we carry, but we do get to choose how we live with them. As we grow, we often forget about the child we were, the one that wanted to love, the one that needed safety. Instead, we form adult masks that seem to protect us. In reality, it's nothing but a mask, and the inside of us is not actually protected. It's an external protection, not an internal one. Masks don't heal the hurt. The hurt is still there. And The Body Keeps the Score, it says, trauma is not the story of something that happened back then. It's the current imprint of that pain on your body, mind, and soul. The truth is that those wounds show up in our adulthood, in the burnout we wear like a badge of honor, in the constant hustle to prove our worth, in the anxiety that shakes us awake at 3 a.m. We may think we've moved on, we've healed from it, but our bodies remember. Our minds hold on to the echoes of old beliefs, echoes of old programming. Think about the last time you reacted to something and realized, I'm not reacting to this person. I'm reacting to the child I used to be and the one who wasn't heard. That's what I'm reacting to. When your nervous system feels dysregulated, when you feel the urge to scream, yell, punch something, that's coming from your inner child that wasn't listened to, that wasn't loved, that wasn't cherished. But now it's time for you to take control. It's time for you to love that inner child. It's self-assessment time. Listen closely to your inner child. Do you feel like you must be perfect? Do you push people away when they get too close? Do you carry guilt when you rest? When you slow down? Does slowing down dysregulate your nervous system? And ask yourself why. These are just a few signs that your inner child needs attention. And when we don't give that attention, the wounds fester. They turn into behaviors and habits that don't serve us anymore. You may even find yourself in cycles of self-sabotage, cycles of people-pleasing, cycles of running away from love because love felt unsafe when you were young. As I said in Walk Between Worlds, you're not hard to love. You're just still speaking the language of home that never held you right. These habits, these reactions are simply the language of survival, but they no longer need to be your truth. We're stepping into the language of abundance, the language of growth. And I'm not just talking financial growth. I'm talking overall growth, spiritually, mentally, health-wise, everything growing. We in it together. Segment 3, reparenting yourself. Okay, how do we begin to heal this inner child? How do we become the parent our younger selves always needed? We reparent ourselves. We take on the role of both mother and father to the child within. We become the nurturing presence that says, you are safe now. You are worthy now. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. I will protect you. Let's start with recognition. Recognize the child's pain. Recognize the fears they carry. Recognize the emotional responses you still have. One method is mirror work. Look into your own eyes, hold the gaze, and say, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I am you. This quote is said, the wounded inner child must be embraced with love. For it is only through love that we transcend pain. You have the power to create a new reality for this child, a reality where you are the protector, where love flows from you to you, where you are not broken, but healing. In Walk Between Worlds, I say, you don't have to prove your peace. You only have to protect it. And I mean that. The inner child doesn't need fixing. They need nourishment. And nourishment can be as simple as rest or a warm hug to yourself after a long day. It's the moments of gentleness that shift the energy. Start with this practice, the 4 R's of reparenting. Recognize the wound. Reassure the child. Rewire the behavior. And then repeat with patience. So let's say you're having the issue of anytime that you rest, you feel like you're wasting time. Let's say you're at that point. Recognize the wound. Recognizing and acknowledging that there is a problem is the first step to healing. So you're going to recognize the wound. Man, I shouldn't be feeling that way. Reassure the child like, hey, everything's going to be okay. There is a problem, but guess what? We can fix it. And then you're going to rewire the behavior. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to enjoy the moment. It's okay to not constantly be in the hustle and bustle. And then you're going to repeat it with patience, because anytime that you feel that linger of anxiousness coming into you, all you have to do is repeat the 4 R's of reparenting. Segment 4, integration. The work of healing is never a one-time fix. Healing is cyclical. It's a wave, not a straight line. To truly heal, we must integrate the child back into our lives, not as a separate part of us, but as a whole. Look at the relationships you have right now. Are they mirrors of your inner child's needs? Do they reflect the parts of you that still need reassurance, love, and safety? Let's consider resistance to healing. What if I change and others don't love me anymore? What if that child in me changes everything I thought I knew? The truth is, you don't have to be who you were yesterday. You could wake up and decide to be a completely fucking new person. Who said you had to like follow and be like one single person? Like, girl, you can be a new person every single day if you really felt like it for real. This is your life, your rules. Take it or leave it. You don't have to stay the same to be loved. You are still worthy of love in every single form, especially when you heal. All right, y'all, it's time for a song. Let me go get my journal. She's back. Bow, 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 bow. This one is called When I'm Low. I think it's very fitting to this week's episode. This is coming out of my very old journal again. I'm drinking okra water with lemon and blueberries. When I'm alone, I say, you'll think about it. I conquer this by myself. Supposed to be a team, we gotta pair up things. Can't achieve the dream by ourselves. We're wasting time trying to figure out what life's about. Why am I still here? And even when I'm low, I can't sleep. Can't see me. Instead, this is a losing game, and it can't even be the same. I spent some time and thought about it. Let it burn my pride aside, and even when I try to hide, dim a light I caught an eye. As everybody tries to shine, the silence in the wildfire, I can't sleep. And even when I'm low, don't fight, wanna change lives on the overdrive. It came from old age to stone age, ice age to warmth, recalls to replays, hate crimes to sports. Da 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 da. We can't figure out just what to do, but find the time to make the rules and break them too. I can't sleep. Can't see me. Instead, this is a losing game, and it can't even be the same. I spent some time and thought about it. Let it burn my pride aside, and even when I try to hide, dim a light I caught an eye as everybody tries to shine. The silence in the wildfire, I can't sleep.
That's Javier Monet.
Yes. That's me, DJ Via Monet, that's she. Alrighty, y'all. Closing. Here's the conclusion. Sometimes I do this, get into this little English Ireland, European type of voice, type of tone. Even though I'm Texan, I want to thank y'all for sitting with me today. Thank you for being brave enough to meet the child within you, to hold space for their hurt, to show up for their healing. You are not broken. You never were. As I wrote in Walk Between Worlds, I didn't go back to rescue her. I went back to walk beside her. She's never needed saving. She just needed my presence. And the same reaps true for your inner child. Healing is not about perfection. It's about showing up, not as a perfect adult, but as a compassionate parent to the child within you. You are whole. You are worthy. And you are already loved. And remember to embrace the void.